I'm gonna need you to make the rest of your mainline minute non-existent, PJ, so we can talk about Dune.
Listen,
The
I'm
fact
gonna
that
go
Avatar's
very
on
quick.
it too, like I don't know.
No,
I
come
finally
on, we
finished
already
it.
did a block of
I'm
Avatar.
gonna touch it, dude.
Yeah, but I finished it.
You know what the best
I
drink
finished
though of all time is, boys? Mountain or Coke from McDonald's.
Mountain Coke from McDonald's.
From
McDonald's.
From McDonald's.
I still put Coke in a can over that, but
Nope.
that's a close second.
You're crazy.
Coke in a can,
What about
dude.
Coke from a glass bottle?
Coke in a can.
I like Coke in a can over glass bottle.
It's also
Every
very
time.
good. But yeah, I'll still take a can. I love cans.
You take me to a Mexican restaurant, and they're like, "You want a bottle of Coke?" And I'm like, "You have got my soul.
Yeah, 100%.
You're winning."
You know what's
Yeah.
disgusting that I normally love?
What?
That like any fountain drink of Dr. Pepper is disgusting.
I would
But Dr.
agree,
Pepper in a
unless-
can is amazing.
If you get the places that have like the Coke 360 or whatever the fuck it is, where you can like add extra flavors to it, and you can throw a little vanilla in there, that's good.
Yeah, maybe
I
the
like it.
problem is that the can is adding a 24th flavor,
Yeah.
and 23 is just too little.
Yeah.
Too little.
What's your
Yeah.
So when
favorite?
you
What's
go
your
through the-
favorite flavor in Dr. Pepper? Mine's piss.
Come.
I was gonna answer seriously, but no.
You're an
I was
Tyler
like-
on the wrong fucking podcast.
I was
today,
like, strawberries and cream is really good.
You're an idiot, dude.
It's puke, okay?
There you go. It's cat shit. My favorite is cat shit. Hi, Jordy. Welcome to the thing.
Hi,
We're gonna
Jordy.
talk about.
Welcome to the Trap House. Glad you could join us.
Cody, are you busy Saturday?
Like tattoo wise?
Yeah, like do you work?
Yeah, I work every Saturday, brother.
I feel obligated to mention that we're doing it as a serial tournament bracket. That's why.
Okay.
Do you work on Saturday?
Yes.
Me?
Cody,
Yeah,
you
I
got
don't.
time to tattoo on Saturday?
No, I'm tattooing already Saturday.
Oh,
Do you have enough time for that one?
No.
no.
Thank you for the invite, though. A little late, but it's fine. Thank you. It's fine.
It's Tuesday. It's on Saturday. That's almost a whole week.
I need like a month.
This is
I need like a month minimum, bro.
Kyle is on like cat parent time. Cody's on like real parent time.
Yeah. Cody's on easy parent time. Kyle's on hard parent time.
Okay, dude. Whatever, dude. All right, you guys ready to start this shit? Let's go. Everybody shut the
Let it rip,
fuck
dude.
up.
Okay.
Konichi the fuck wa. And welcome back to another stellar episode of the Soggy Pages Manga Club. Is it redundant to say manga and then book?
No, well, it's like the Tai Chi. The lot.
I think
the
it is.
tea?
Chai
Tea, that's the word.
Manga is comic book in Japanese.
Right, but I feel like comic is already a book.
Then you're saying comic book.
Right,
Comic book.
book.
I read a lot of romance books.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck it. Rules don't matter.
Yeah, dude, welcome to the Soggy Pages Manga Comic Book Club. How does that sound, you fucking stupid bitch?
Sounds great, dude.
I'm your
Oh,
host for
man.
this fucking pile of shit. Cody the Chipman Chambers with me as the other three people who are here today, which is Justin, PJ, and Kyle. Did I write an intro? No. Why? Because this isn't Thursday. So just stop it. Just stop thinking this is Thursday and we need to write more, because we're not gonna, unless you're PJ. Then he will.
Thank you.
Today we are talking about and finishing up the manga Homunculus. How do you say it?
Spell that for me. Can you use it in a sentence?
Homunculus. Homunculus.
Can I get the country of origin, please?
I was walking around last night and I was shocked to see that my wife's homunculus was just a big gash in her stomach.
That was really good.
Right off they're at the top of the head, dude. I don't know.
You fucking got that one.
Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about it. We're gonna try a different format. I know last time we were talking about what if we didn't do Dope or Choke? What if we did Dope or Choke after we talked about the manga? So I think we're gonna try that. I think we're just gonna jump into it. You know, sound like a plan? Sound like a plan?
Little person.
You're just turning my
This is
whole world
basically
upside down.
right.
You give me no notice.
We literally
you
discussed it.
fucking-
We
you
literally
turn me
all
inside out.
discussed it last episode.
You're
I'm so
ruining
happy
my
we're
life,
doing this
dude.
live.
I feel like we're doing this podcast backwards. I'm gonna throw up. I'm
You're
getting like
tearing me apart, Lisa.
I'm getting like car sickness, but for a podcast.
yeah.
If somebody doesn't
gonna
baby
throw
bird me
up.
come, I'm gonna throw up soon.
Mm-hmm.
Do I even have the Soggy pages? I'm just rocking the ATH logo. Unbelievable, dude. There we go. Boom.
Unbelievable.
The saucy pages.
This is what happens when Cody hosts, you know?
I just
know
had
what
to
I
do
mean?
too much. I had to do too much. I fucked it.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
All right, let's jump into it. Volume 7, Chapter 7, whatever you want to call it. We get a flashback during this volume of Nikoshi, who's successful, and he's just buying bitches things and then coming on their face.
He loves that dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
That, like, he does it so much. He just, like, he buys them something, and then they grab it, and he's like, come.
He's like, what? Come.
On your knees. You're like, what?
Nikoshi can't feel anything, and this seems to be why he is obsessed with coming on people and then also eating his own cum.
Yeah.
It's my reason too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nikoshi remembers the homeless man that he sees, or that he's seen as a successful businessman. So he's like, hey, where's this dude at? He's always looking at pictures and shit, sitting on a bench. And the other guy's like, everybody does that. I don't know. It might be
You're
Ted.
talking about every homeless man ever existed.
Everybody does it. Ted's over here. His tent's there. Nikoshi goes in his tent, looks at some pictures, and he realizes that this homeless man is one of the people that he fucked over. Because when he was a successful businessman, he his whole job was to basically fuck companies over and get rid of them, like get rid of the competition. And he just did that all the time. And then he ran into a dude who was like, yeah, I used to work at this job. And then it got shut down because of some asshole. And now I have to drive taxi, and my family disowned me because I don't make money.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Normal stuff.
I don't like it. It's like kind of a shit family though, right?
Yeah.
No,
I
not
mean,
if you're Japanese. I mean,
Oh.
immediately get rid
Yeah.
of him, dude. Gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's
you're
the
making less
honor in
money.
driving cab.
Go drive a
Replaceable.
cab.
Replaceable, dude.
Replaceable. He gets a cat out of Nikoshi gets a cat out of a tree, and then he goes to a place to study the homunculus, which he does a lot. He just fucking is always just standing in like a fucking street, and he's just staring at people.
You know how fucking weird he would look?
Right?
Yeah,
Just he says the more he doesn't understand the homunculus, the more he can smell himself.
Yeah, it's a good one.
A
he
lot.
smells a lot of shit. Dude.
This is some fucking Demon Slayer shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the smell
Dude.
real? He meets back with Ito, and Ito says that the experiment is over, and then he pays him the rest of the end. Ito's like, I'm done, dude. This shit's over. It's done. Here's the rest of your money. I'm done. Nikoshi tells Ito that he wants the hole in his head filled, and then he sees a guppy fish inside Ito's like weird water body. Homunculus. Homunculus. Homunculus.
Homunculus.
Homunculus. Okay.
That's how I say it.
Oh, that's all I got for Volume 7. Not much happened, you know?
Well, what happened to you? You did all of Full Metal, and you just never learned the word.
Homunculus.
Homunculus.
Homunculus. Well, it sounds like an HA, dude. That's what's fucking me. Homunculus. Volume 8. Before he's able
Do a
to...
3-hour recording of us just going homunculus,
Homunculus.
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 Levio homunculus.
Volume 8, before he's able to close the hole in Nakoshi, or before he's able to close the hole, I need to use more commas when I write. Nakoshi talks
That's how I
about
feel.
Ito's homunculus, and it freaks him out. And he starts like shaking.
fucking back and forth.
Yeah.
He's like, I want my hole closed up. He's like, and then Ito's like, are you sure you want your hole closed? Are you asking me? Are you asking yourself? Huh?
And then while he's about to do the surgery, he's like, yeah, but like, what happened with you? What's up with that fish? What's up with your dad? What's up with that? And then Ito starts shaking, and Ito's like, now I can't fucking do it, dude. Do you want it done?
He doesn't do that to any doctor. Just like,
yeah, dude. Just psyching him out.
So Ito can't do it, and the coach is like, that's cool. Hey, sew my right eye shut. I just want to see
baller, dude.
I want to see homunculus all the time.
being like, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Eye patch? Fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
Sew it shut.
Yeah, that shit's for
I just want to go to a doctor and be like, wouldn't it be crazy if you killed me? Wouldn't be crazy. Just don't.
Maybe drill a hole in my head. I don't know.
Wouldn't it be crazy if you were a fish tank?
They chat about Ito's homunculus and the guppy, and they try to figure out what it all means. This is a big fucking back and forth here. And my main...
It's crazy how long you can go through life and you had a guppy, but trauma blocking is for real.
Trauma blocking is real, and that's
you can trauma block anything.
Trauma blocking is this entire fucking manga, you know? And
the whole thing.
There's just so much conversation that happens in all of this shit where like just it doesn't, like, nothing makes sense, you know? Like people are literally just saying shit. They're like, yeah, well,
yeah,
you don't know, this is all a delusion. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, no shit. Like, but shit's happening because of it. And he's like, well, you don't know that. And I'm like, dude, how are you going to even say that?
This is why it would be like the most annoying like anime forever, because
dude,
like
this
you
would be
just,
the worst
every other
anime.
every other conversation would just be like, is this real? And you're like, dude, I'm over it. Like, we already are sold on the premise. Don't have to like sit here and circle around on it.
Yeah, and they do it forever. Like this volume is the whole volume.
There's so much that's skippable.
Yeah, a lot. Nakoshi thinks that Ito is kind of gay, and he's like, "You ever fuck a woman?" And Ito's like, "Dude, I fuck women. I fucked a lot of girls, dude. Don't like dudes." So while Nakoshi and him are talking, the scene keeps getting like weirder and weirder. Like everything turns black. We see Nakoshi bite his thumb till it starts to bleed, and then he rubs Ito's lips with the blood to like paint his lips red, and then kisses his bloody lips.
This is some shit, dude.
It's so weird. And I still don't know if this actually happened.
Yeah, you get one hole in your head and you're just instantly turning everybody into a little cross-dresser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come to Papa.
Yeah, they start to allude that Ito has gender identity issues, but Ito's like, no. And then that's everything that happened in this volume.
You know Phineas Gage, the guy that got a hole in his head?
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
Imagine instead of just being an asshole, like he became an asshole, he just started just really getting into cross-dressing, just really about it. But it's like old Western America.
We continue to chat between Ito and Nakoshi, and it turns out that Nakoshi had complete facial reconstruction surgery, and he cannot remember what he used to look like. And Ito just is like, I could tell, dude, I'm a fucking doctor. Like, I see it. Easy. Shit gets even more trippy. It just keeps going crazy, and Nakoshi starts talking in a weird, like, backwater accent. Like, I tell you something, fucking what fucking trip shit, bruh.
I tell you what.
I thought I was having a stroke a little bit.
Yeah, at first.
Yeah. Yeah, because it transitions so slowly into that, like, and then all of a sudden I'm reading, I'm like, what the fuck?
I was like, has he always been talking like this? I'm like, no. Is this translation?
Yeah. He eventually pulls out an X-Acto knife and he swipes it at his eye stitches, and then he comes back to reality. And he's pretty happy to see Ito as normal. He's like, you're not water anymore, dude. Nakoshi drives Ito to go see his father. So yeah, they kind of just like put a pin in the conversation. And Ito brings his dad a guppy, and the dad like starts to freak out. The dad's like, "Why? What are you doing with that? What's up with that though? Well, you got that though." While this happens, Nikoshi goes back to the river and he thinks about, is it a river? What is it? The body of water.
It's the ocean.
It's the ocean?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
probably
the ocean.
the
You know,
yeah.
Japan's an island
Do
country.
guppies live?
Ocean,
Yeah, I
right?
doubt-
They have so much.
I doubt he's
oceans.
looking at a lake.
Okay, first of all, technically everything's an island, all right? So, y'all need to relax, okay? Don't fucking come in with that, dude.
Is everything an island or is nothing an island?
No, you ever heard the
Nothing is an
You know, like every man's an island. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what they say, don't go
Behind
chasing
every
waterfalls.
Behind every great island is a great ocean.
That's
Every
true.
man a lake or a river.
Nikoshi sits at the ocean, and thinks about what is happening with Ito's homunculus. He gets an idea, and they meet at a hotel. Nikoshi goes, "Hey, put this on," and hands him a dress. And he's like, "I'm gonna take you on a date, and this is gonna figure out your shit." And that's it. That's all that happened.
And Ito's like, he's like, "I'm not gonna fucking put this on." Like what? I'm not just gonna put this on
And then he starts
and
to like,
go out to dinner
He
with
slowly
you. Okay,
starts
like,
to put it on. I'm not doing this.
it's like you're crazy, Nikoshi.
This is so
Have
stupid.
you seen those
So
split ends?
crazy.
Yeah.
I got lost trying to find volumes, and I accidentally read this volume last time. Like I actually like read a few pages. I was like, "Where the fuck is this going?"
Yeah.
Like that was like no context. Getting to him in a dress, I'm like, "Of course it fucking is going this
Yeah,
way."
of
Like
course,
we went
yeah.
from raping a teenage girl to here we are.
Yep.
Yup.
Oh,
God, that
you're
did
gonna
happen.
come on him later.
That did happen.
There's a lot.
Yep.
Volume 10, they chat about Ito's homunculus and what happened to Nikoshi before he got surgery. Nikoshi gets a whiff of something that he can finally smell. Like, while they talk about his past and he starts to remember shit, he just randomly will smell things, but it's always like, shoes. It's always feet, dude.
Like what? Also, I know we haven't gotten there yet. He has a car. His car is full of shoes.
Yeah.
Whose fucking shoes are those?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know,
Anytime
man.
he smells something, he's like, "Those are mine now."
Those are mine.
Thanks.
All I know is the manga artist gotta be like, he's gotta be checked up on. Like that's a lot.
yeah.
There's a lot of fetishes going on at
Yeah, dude.
once.
At once, yeah, eating cum, smelling feet, like there's too much. So yeah, he can finally smell it's Ito's feet, so he gets on his knees and he just starts taking a fucking whiff, dude.
He's like, "Oh, these reek."
They reek so good. And while he smells them, we take like a fucking weird trip through Nikoshi's life, but it's just all these feet that he's looking at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nikoshi starts to lose it again, and he starts doing his backwater talk, and it freaks Ito out. Ito's like, "I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom, dude. This is a lot."
Yeah, you're kind of ruining the day right now.
Yeah, we were having a good date. I'm checking out my split ends, and like,
So obsessed with him.
so
Obsessed.
That's because he wants to be a pretty.
Yeah, he wants to be a pretty girl.
He's like, I'm not
he
gonna
doesn't want the
half-ass
girls
it, okay?
to-
And they're so split.
So split.
Ito tries to go to the men's bathroom, but like a dude's like, "Get the fuck out of here." So he's like, "All right, fine." And he goes into the women's bathroom, and like we see him in there, and he's like feeling himself. You know what I'm saying? He's like, honestly, kind of slaying this fucking fit, right?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
There's
So
a banana split joke there, and I can't make it. I don't know.
you
keep
could
going.
have,
Could
could
have.
have, but you didn't. So yeah, Nikoshi was probably spot on. This dude definitely likes dressing like a bitch, and that's totally cool. You know, live your life.
Yeah.
Nikoshi
Keep him
leaves, and he's staring at the floor. He's just staring at the floor as he leaves, and he's getting mad that his feet don't smell.
Look like you might, you know.
he gets in his car and he's just fucking, "Why don't they stink?"
And everybody else gets to have stinky feet. I have to walk around, no stink.
the more I try to, because obviously, you know, I'm shortening this down a lot, and the more I read, I'm like, I don't get anything that's happening, dude.
Sometimes, man.
Yep. Yep.
Ito goes back to visit his dad, and we find out that as a child, Ito liked to dress as a girl because his guppy looked like it had a pretty dress, so he would put on a pretty dress. And then one day his dad caught him putting on lipstick, and he was like, fuck that fish. And then he let the cat get in the room, and the cat broke the fish bowl, and it killed the fish.
That's a dad right there. You know what I mean?
Right, dude?
That's the dad. He's like, you want to look like Guppy?
No. Kill the guppy.
That's what happens. And then he brought in a jaguar.
Yeah.
Let the jaguar eat the kid.
Yeah.
Kid Ito gets pissed at his dad, and then the kid just picks the fish up and swallows it, dude. Yuck.
That's where the guppy was.
Yeah.
Inside of him.
Inside, the guppy was, yeah, but then he definitely had to shit him out. There's no way that guppy is still swimming around in him.
See, this is how I know you don't know anything about eating fish.
I guess I don't.
Every
They just
fish
live in the
you eat.
stomach acid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they swim around in there.
Gotcha.
All I'm saying is, little kid gives you a shot glass, and you know there's a fish in it.
Stop.
I know it's fish.
Stop.
You know it's a fish.
Back at present time, Ito breaks down and his dad says he's sorry. Nikoshi tries the Homunculus watch, but ends up staring at the ground in front of him. Just doesn't even care. He's just giving up. And that's the end. That's what happens. That's volume 10. Volume 11. Nikoshi continues his walk, staring at the ground when one of his homeless homies roll up on him. And he's like, hey, stop being a fucking cuck and looking at the ground. He tells Nikoshi that the only people that stare at the ground and walk have given up on life and they cut off everything that's around them. I like this. I like this homeless dude a lot.
Yeah, that's a good guy.
He kind of nailed it, though.
He fucking nailed it.
I'm constantly looking down, dude.
Yeah.
Right? Same.
If you always look down, you don't know where you're going.
Look up.
That's because where your phone is.
Oh.
Good point. Nikoshi don't got a phone. He's just looking down. You know, they're using like flip phones and shit. He don't got cool games, you know?
Yo,
Yeah.
you look down because you're depressed. I look down because I love feet.
We are not the same. This gives Nikoshi's brain a shot of serotonin, and he can smell some stinky shoes for a second. And he remembers that he has one more photo of his old face.
Where are all these fucking shoes coming from?
I don't know.
Where? Oh, yeah,
There was
There
just
is
so
a
many
pile
shoes.
of shoes.
Was that
Yeah.
was a homeless guy selling shoes he has stolen from other people?
I
or
think
He's the
so,
something?
fucking
I'm
shoe
confused.
troll, dude.
Yeah.
Shoe troll. It's like the one guy's just got umbrellas waiting for it to rain. And then there's another guy with shoes just waiting for people to grow feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have
it's
this
crazy.
I have this like thought that it's like he's part of the Yakuza and they're just running up on people, knocking them over, taking their shoes and then dipping.
Yeah,
Then making a profit
I like
off of it.
that.
That's pretty
I'm
good.
like stuck on like places where you like if you wanted to grab a lot of shoes for cheap, like maybe like like when you go to like a water park, they have that little like
Yeah.
standing thing. Where
That's
it's like,
fucking good.
and you just take
That's
a sack and just or like I don't know, like I imagine
That's a
like
sniffer zone right there.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
you could go to my apartment building and just go up and down, and there's a lot of shoes outside. Some
Yeah.
people
They just
don't
wear-
bring their shoes inside.
That's why we can't
In
have
the
the
hallway?
Yakuza in
willing to
America,
risk
dude.
it?
You know, they don't want to like. We don't really care about shoes, but I guess they do. In this,
well, you got wider hallways. Like my hallway's not that wide.
That's
I'd be
true.
pissed if people just left shoes out there. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude,
Well, I don't
gotta
know if it's like
fucking
a
walk
cultural
here.
thing or
You
what,
could sniff them.
but like it was the same at International Village. There was a fuck ton of people that
yeah,
left their shoes outside.
that's true.
I
There
don't
were
remember
shoes out.
that.
People would leave their trash just out
Kyle,
the
you
door,
weren't looking
too.
down.
Shit pissed me off. He reaches in an old pair of shoes that's in his trunk. Nikoshi does, and he pulls out a photo. He sees into his old life, and we find out that
I'm still confused about him, like with the shoes in the trunk, because he goes to the front of the car, and he looks at the shoes. Is this that moment,
yeah,
or am I
yeah. So
skipping ahead?
he goes back to his car.
Yeah.
He reaches in an old pair of shoes that he has in his trunk, and he pulls out a photo of him.
But he goes to the front of the car,
Yeah, the trunk is in
and
the
like
front.
I get that. But earlier in the thing, he was like, "Huh, this car ain't running," and he went to the front of the car. And he was like, man, if you just can't hear it, then it ain't running right.
Are you sure he
Was
did?
he looking at shoes? I swear he was.
Maybe it's a split
Unless I'm
trunk
wrong.
and engine. I don't know how Japanese cars work.
I don't either.
Whatever. Maybe I'm thinking about this too much.
Yeah, so he looks back at his old life, and it's all the same shit. He can't feel anything. He was just jerking off, walking around with his head down, and that's it. Like, that's all we see. He was studying, and he was jerking. Study, jerk. Study, jerk. That's it. He says his face may have changed, and now instead of jerking off, he's dumping loads on bitches' faces and eating it, but he still feels, tastes, hears,
Oh,
smells.
I love that we get one more
God.
shot of him going.
I didn't even think about that. I fucking hate that, dude. I didn't even realize that the women were now his Kleenex.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of shooting on the Kleenexes, just bitches' faces. You think he ever splatted on their face and then scooped it off and then ate it?
I don't think he was scooping it. I think he was licking it.
He was just.
That's what I would imagine.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine the fucking.
Suck it up with a straw.
Think you could probably just get one little globule and then just suck it up like spaghetti if it's thick enough.
Oh,
if it's thick enough.
If you're not hydrated, dude, if it's the third or fourth cum on a face for that night, you're sucking it up.
I'm pretty sure I've had some ropes where, like, where you're like sucking on ramen and you're like, man, this noodle's long,
Yeah.
Like,
except more like a booger that you're trying to get to touch the ground from your nose.
I like to think in the height of his nutting on bitches' faces, he was snorting it off their cheeks like cocaine, just like.
Oh, imagine it's like the fucking hot dogs where he's like.
How I
catches it.
Yeah.
At this point, I would love to see so much. Just imagine, just a normal like one night stand, and they like it's all consenting and whatever, and they're like, "Come on my face," and you do it, and then there's that moment, right? And then the guy just grabs her head and just snorts it.
I think
what?
about it. But then even like they might be like, maybe this is his thing. I don't know. Whatever, dude wants to suck cum off my face. That's
just be like.
But then I think like, what if I did that to my wife just on one random night and I just sucked the cum off her face? You know what I mean? Like she'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
She would throw up and scream at the same time. I can hear Amber going, "What the? What the?"
That's a classic Winston mess around. You know,
I hate that. Dude. Oh, Winston mess around. I'm over it. Holy fuck.
That would be funny.
He says that no one truly saw him except for one girl. He breaks down and Ito shows up. Ito tells Nakoshi about his father and also tells him sorry that he doubted his homunculus visions, saying that they are what is true. Nakoshi tells Ito about his past life and asks a question on what it means to be human. He tells Ito that every day he only looked at his feet while he walked and he had no real feelings. Nakoshi thought changing his face and becoming popular or rich would change his life, but he is still the same empty person. He tells Nakoshi there was a single girl who looked at him and that she could see his homunculus. Nakoshi leaves, hangs out with some homeless people, he tells a bunch of lies, he tells some truths. He passes out, and then he wakes up, and his ability to see homunculus is gone. He freaks out.
It's crazy how only ugly bitches can see it, you know? Can only see your true self.
That's true. Makes sense. He freaks out.
That's exactly how it works.
That's exactly how it works. He freaks out, calls Ito, tell him the news. Ito says, congratulations, dog. That's dope. Nakoshi's like, open a new hole, dude. What are you talking about?
He looked at the moon at one point and said, "What if it was that big?"
Yeah,
dude. I'm like,
he was on that fucking drink, though.
And I'm like, you're not the size of a moon.
Yeah, you couldn't even do it if you wanted.
He pulls like a Joe Dirt. He puts his thumb up to the moon, and he's like, "Yep,
that's about it."
I want to go up to Claire's and be like, I want a piercing right here. Like, what size? Moon.
Moon it. Nakoshi goes over to Ito's. He checks his head hole. He's like, it's not even closed, dude. There's just shit in it. There's just gunk in it. Let me clean it out. He cleans it out, and he sucks out. He goes, And Nikoshi still can't see anything. Homunculus are still gone. He's like, the hole needs to be bigger. Like, the papers say 7 millimeters. This is only 3. And Ito's like, hey, man, you're fucking crazy. Like, stop it. Like, this whole thing is a hoax. It's
this is all fake, dude.
This is all just theoretical. You're just seeing shit.
All right, let's go back to sucking the fucking brain.
Come on, dude.
I was like, I know I've had that feeling before. And it's when you get to the last part of the Portillo's cake shake. All right. You know how you get like a little bit of milkshake and it's like,
yeah.
That's what I imagine it is. Because you get a little bit of this, like the scabs and the fucking solid parts.
Stop.
The
Cake scabs?
and then the blood and pus
Suck
is the
right
milkshake. Yeah.
Like a chunky part of a smoothie. Just didn't get blended.
That hurts my stomach.
You're welcome. That's what I thought of.
Yeah, Ito says, hey, this shit's all fake. Like, none of it's real. And then Nikoshi's like...
it's like boba. That's what it's like. It's like boba.
We got there.
Thanks.
It's like blood boba.
Yep, thank you. And Nikoshi's like...
Nikoshi's
like, hey, you remember when I said you were kind of a transgender, and then you told me I was crazy, and then you kind of fucking were? Like, that just happened, brother. Like, you know this shit ain't fake.
Yeah.
All right, volume 12. Nikoshi still can't see Homunculus, except for one girl whose face keeps changing to the people that he used to fuck. And then he's like, Ito, I need to see more. Please drill my head. Ito says he will do it later, but Nikoshi doesn't want to wait. So what does he do? He takes the box, the head hole box. He's like, I'll do it myself.
It's a kit, dude.
Yeah.
It's just a kit. It's got the instructions in it and everything. He's just like, this dude bought this shit off of Amazon. He is not a doctor.
Yeah.
And it's like the least, like, he's just looking at pictures and go, okay, I put a hole there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, yeah, he goes into a dirty bathroom, and then he does it himself, and he drills a 7 millimeter hole on top of his head.
I fucking love this scene.
Yeah.
This scene was one of the best. And dude, because when he fucking gets done and he has it wrapped and he's smiling like that fucking picture of the one patient.
Yeah.
Fucking one eye.
God,
and a
that
big
was
grin.
so good, dude.
Yeah.
So this scene is when I was like, this is what I've been waiting for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this was it. You know, like this was it.
I loved it.
I loved it too, but I just wish there was a little fucking more of this type of shit. Like I think we'll talk about it. It's fine.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, and it kind of does do more of it because that's the whole end of the story. But
right, that's what I'm saying. Right. The end of it, it continues.
But
into
like,
this, but everything in between.
If this was like,
meh.
If this was like some Junji Ito shit, we would just have. I fucking love the way that guy does horror and stuff like that. We would have had cats with holes in their heads.
Yeah.
We would have had him just putting holes in just random fucking people.
That's what I wanted.
Whole fucking...
That sounds great.
This is what
like
I wanted.
Army of holes.
Yeah. But instead, you just have this really slow burn.
Yeah.
That's just filled with guy eating his own cum. Like soft serve ice cream.
Dude. Letting it drip off his fingertips into his mouth. Yeah, this shit works. It works. All the homunculus are back, and he's just trying to figure out the changing face lady. And he's like, "Is that my ex? I think that's my ex. That might be my ex." He people watches for a while, and the face changing girl meets him at the park where he's just sitting watching people. He claims that she is Nanako, and kisses her before his head starts to gush blood. She runs away, and Ito finds him passed out. During his passed out state, he remembers that the face-changing girl, he met her at a party when he was businessman Ito, and her name was Nanako. And that's it. That's volume 12. 13. Oh. These last three are a little bit longer, not too much, but this is just where everything fucking happens. I think 15 is the longest one. Nakoshi wakes up at Ito's place and they chat about the face-changing woman. Ito tells Nakoshi she is like him and that she had a shit ton of plastic surgery. She's also fucking a bunch of dudes. Ito's like, dude, she's just out here getting drilled.
Oh, yeah.
She's had her whole face made over and she's getting drilled, dude. That's it. That's all she does.
Listen, you get jewelry one time for getting cum on your face, and you're like, where's the rest of the cum?
Yeah.
I need more cum.
Out of Ito's place, he chats with his homeless homies at the park about like the park getting cleared. I wrote this in here because I didn't know if it was gonna matter at all, and it doesn't. Mm-hmm. It doesn't at all. So I'm just gonna try to skip over that.
Yeah.
He sees Nanako enter a hotel, so he chases her inside. They have a little interaction where she's like making out with a random dude, and she doesn't have a face, so the dude's tongue is just like moving around. It's pretty gross, but it's pretty dope.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
The amount of liquid coming out of that dude's mouth, dripping down her faceless face.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Nakoshi freaks out. He runs back to his car and just goes to sleep. He awakes to Nanako just staring in his window, and she's faceless, and she's watching him
would
sleep.
have fucking punched her head off, dude. Dude, if I saw a faceless bitch looking at me after I just come out of the fetal position sucking on my thumb, you're getting your head kicked in.
Yeah. And I do want to state, like,
her in his sleep, right?
I really like
the lady in the hole.
Yeah. Yeah, he keeps seeing her down in that hole. I do really like, too, how just everything's, like, I really like the art style for this. It's really fucking creepy. Especially when he does, like, darker scenes. It's just, I think it's good.
Yep.
Does it good.
I think his faces are incredible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially when they're eating cum. Those are the best faces in here.
Yeah.
Those are the best, yeah.
It's I can taste it.
Yeah. They chat about, hold on, I lied. She runs away, and Nakoshi goes back to sleep. The next morning, Nanako once again shows up, and she hands him a bag of burgers, and she's like, I bought too many. I'm like, how did you buy this many?
Cheeseburgers,
27 dude. She hands him. She's like, I fucked it.
How? It was crazy.
How did you fuck it that bad?
Cody, I have an idea for a tattoo.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
It's a playing card, right?
Okay.
But it's cut diagonally. One side is king and one side is queen.
Okay.
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 The top, the king, is Nakoshi eating his cum. And then the queen is that bitch eating her blood.
Eating her blood. I don't like that.
Good. That's really
I will not be designing
really
It's like a Valentine's Day tattoo.
Too.
Will not do that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets in the car, Nanako gets in the car, and they start talking. They chat about how they both lie, and they chat about plastic surgery, and Nakoshi's like, you draw still? She's, whatever, dude. While talking, Ito shows up, and Nanako leaves. Nakoshi tells Ito that she isn't the girl that he knew, because the girl he knew would never lie. They chat about how Nakoshi's ex could see Homunculus, but not like Nakoshi. She would see them and then draw more of a feeling that she had. And they have this whole scene where she sees a little girl and an old man. It's dumb. But she just draws like a flower or some shit instead of like seeing the people, do crazy.
Yeah,
it's fucked up too. This shit's fucked up because she was like, "Oh, the old dude fucked the girl," and then he's like, "Yeah, but she was wrong about that. She fucked up. It actually just meant she just got her period early." I was like, those are two.
That's a
wildly different things.
That's a big fuck up.
Yeah,
that's a big fuck up.
And also, I want to backtrack a little bit. So he had the whole concept, and then like when he gets at the beginning of the story, he just like has to be sold really hard on Homunculus, and then he has the whole freak out too. But he still was like, actually, I did know someone that had this,
Yeah, but I mean, the way she did it, it was just like ideas.
Ugly bitch from 3rd grade.
I get it, but also, it annoys me.
Yeah, because they probably never called him Homunculus. She just probably was like, yeah, that's what I see.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know.
It's different.
And I get it, but it still annoys me.
Later, Nanako meets Nakoshi at his car and she's like, hey, can you give me a ride home? He's like, sure. He gives her a ride home. She invites him into their house. He goes in. They have a very awkward exchange. Every time these two have a conversation together, it really made me dislike the manga more and more because they never, nothing ever fucking made sense when they talk to each other.
It's so insane.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just one person denying, them saying lies, then just exposition dumps, and then someone freaks out and runs away.
That's every exchange, and it's so annoying, and it's like, it's just bad. I think it's actually just.
You know what
bad.
I thought was one of the funniest fucking things is every time Nanako fucking runs away, she's like running away like a titan.
Yeah, dude, she fucking. They use the same drawing, dude, every time. That motherfucker didn't change a single feature. Just
nope.
There was a time where she ran away, and it was into the city at night. And I was like, you can't do that, girl.
Right.
Like,
especially running like that, dude. Like, you're painting a target on your back. You're not fucking Aaron Yeager come and cut you down, dude.
Little tiny.
He fucking spins down her arm, dude.
Like fucking what's the toy movie that was
Toy
big?
Soldiers?
Yeah, like Toy Soldiers.
Oh fuck, dude.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yep, nailed it.
That's good.
Yeah, they talk. It's weird. It's dumb. He smells a drawing in her trash can. Yeah, you heard me right. He smells a drawing in her trash can and says that she is the Nanako he knows. Another thing that happens about 45 times, him saying, yeah, you're that girl. No, she's not the girl. Yeah, you're the girl. No, she's not the girl.
Yeah. Also, as a thing that makes you feel embarrassed and sad and depressed, everything him touching turning dirty, I hated that.
Yeah.
Like all his footprints adding up, I'm like, man, just the feel of being like homeless and like you can't even like be invited over without like making it filthy. I was like,
he goes through her closet and he finds a bunch of face lotion and pads and he's like, why you have all this? She's like, I don't know. That's literally what happens. And then he leaves.
Okay.
She's like, that's my extra. I'm like, is that why? Do you just buy like 40 of everything? Like that's
my tools.
Yeah, I'm a couponer. Okay, I get coupons.
He goes back to his hangout spot at the water, at the ocean, and thinks about the old Nanako and says that this is the first place that they kissed. Aww. The next day, him and Ito have a conversation, and Nikoshi says that when he met with Nanako, when he was a businessman, he never actually had sex with her. They spent the night together, and when he woke up, she drew a picture of him sleeping with his face blacked out. Ooh. And now he is 100% certain that she is the Nanako that he knew. Remember the 100%. Nikoshi goes back to his car, and Nanako is sitting inside of it waiting for him. Volume 14. She asks Nikoshi to give her a ride again, but this time Nikoshi takes her to the lake, where he thinks was their place they kissed for the first time. She once again tells him that he is thinking of the wrong person, and Nikoshi goes off and gives her his entire life story about why he does everything that he does. All he ever wanted were people to see his true self, his heart, to which Nanako says, bullshit. Everything he did was to get with bitches. He's like, all you wanted to do was coming on bitches and getting money, and that's all you ever cared about. So why would anybody want to see your true self when all you cared about was the outside? Nanako keeps staring at her face. Not Nanako. Nikoshi keeps staring at her. They have the same fucking name. At her faceless homunculus as they talk, and eventually we see that her faceless head turns into like a sunken man's face. Nikoshi asks, why is she a man with the mole on her nose? And Nanako freaks out and runs away. And Nikoshi's like, I fucked up. I don't know that person. Is she a dude? Is she a dude? Yeah, that's what he says.
Is she a dude the whole time?
That's what I thought. Well, you know.
That's also what I thought.
That would have been wild. That would have been wild.
Yeah,
twist on that
good.
one. Also, that conversation went hard because like it was like she was just like, you're a hypocrite on every level, and you're like, damn.
And that's the thing, dude. There's pieces in here that of this stuff that I really like, right? Like I like this conversation. I really like how the whole like looking at your feet the whole time and like Nakoshi thinking about this as his life was kind of shit.
But did I need to read 1,500 pages of this?
No, not at all.
Fuck me, dude.
Yeah. I'm sorry for suggesting this. That is my bad.
From like volume 5, I was like, can we do another?
Yeah. That's kind of why I was like, let's just do the rest of it. Next one, dude. Let's just finish this shit. Nakoshi drives back to a homeless park and has an interaction with people trying to clear out the rest of the tents. He has a short conversation with Ito about never seeing the person's face that he's seen in the car with Nanako. And Ito's like, that's impossible. You can't have hallucinations about something you've never seen before. Like, you had to have seen it. And I'm like, but did you? Like, I feel like if you hallucinate, you can see anything, right?
Technically, I read this somewhere, but you can't, like, dream about faces you've never seen before.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a common thing that people say, that like you can't like make up really anything.
How does AI do it? Huh?
That's how Dune happens, okay? Relax, brother.
Yeah.
The conversation is cut short when Nakoshi's homeless homie says that one of the other homeless dudes hasn't left his tent in a while. Nakoshi goes in, they have a big conversation, right? He sees himself in this homeless dude because this guy left his daughter. I don't know, dude. He left his daughter and he feels bad that he left his daughter and he was a chef or whatever. And Nakoshi's like, I left this person too when I was whatever. I don't know, dude. It's just shit like this, right? There's cool concepts, but it's fucking dumb and it lasted so goddamn long. Dude.
I fucking love this part.
It was fine. I think it was fine. I think it lasted too long.
I don't agree with this one specifically. I thought there was not too much of anything.
I will say this is the only time that I felt something, I guess, right? Like when the dude was crying about his daughter. Sure, I'll give you that. It was fine. It's all right. Yeah, so homeless man abandoned his daughter. Nakoshi abandoned Nanako and his family, so that's how he sees himself in this guy. Nakoshi's like, hey, maybe you should go see your daughter this Christmas. And then he leaves the tent, and he starts to kind of freak out. He's like, where should I go now? Okay.
Just can't believe he Donnie Darkoed him like that.
Right. Volume 15. We start off with Ito bringing Nakoshi a present. It's like snowing out. It's Christmas time. And then they kind of argue about Nakoshi collecting other people's homunculus on his own body when he talks to them and fixes them because now he has to fix himself. And Ito's like, well, kind of. It's more of like an ego thing. You want people to see your truth and like your problems, you know, and that you helped other people. And Nakoshi's like,
yeah, you
fuck
gotta
you,
catch
dude.
them all.
You're fucking creepy. And then Ito's like, all right, bet. And then he leaves. I like how Ito's like, fuck you, bitch. Don't call me creepy. Nakoshi's homeless homie yells at him. He's like, you got to follow me. The homeless guy that Nakoshi just had a conversation with about going to see his daughter, he hung himself from a tree.
This shit was so sad, bro.
I didn't like this. Listen, he talking about his daughter. You know what I'm saying? Go see her. Like, first of all, you should have.
It got me, dude. It got me like, it reminded me of the Van Gogh episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Because, like, Amy expects Van Gogh to be, like, better now that he had friends and whatnot. But
yeah.
That ain't how shit works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
True.
It was
That's
good.
a fixed
I liked it.
plot point.
Yeah, you got responsibility. You got responsibilities, dog. You got to go take care of your kid. You can't fucking end it. Don't be a bitch.
Responsibility Clintons, dude. Like, you can't.
I just seen a thing on I think it was Instagram. It was TikTok. The dude was like, the Rugrats were right, dude. I don't want any responsibilities, dude. Shit had me dying. Back at his car, he sees he has a parking violation ticket, which makes him start to lose it even more. He's like, where am I going to go? Now I can't even park where my home is. He thinks more of Nanako, and sure as shit, she shows up with a whole bag full of cup noodles, and she's like, I bought too many.
What is wrong with her?
I don't know. And she's like, hey, can you give me a ride again? So he drives her to her place. She runs upstairs. She's like, just wait for me. And she throws all of her bags out of the fucking place. She puts it in his trunk. She's like, hey, can I pay you 7,000 yen to sleep in your car tonight? And also, can we not go back to that hotel? Like, these are red flags all over the fucking place, bro.
Right. You can't have bitches moving into your fucking car. Next thing you know, they got mail coming there. You got to evict them. And then they plug up your fucking gas system with their tampons because they're flushing them down into your system, dude. You can't allow these bitches in.
Can't do it.
Yep. Can't do it.
In the car, Nakoshi gets a call from Ito, and he's like, hey, one of that bitch's sugar daddies, he's like snooping around where your car was, and he looks kind of like Yakuza, bro. Like, you should drop that bitch ASAP.
You better watch your shoes, dude.
Ito's a good friend. Like, dude just called him creepy. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude's like, you're fucking creepy, bro. And Ito's like, I'm still going to help my buddy out, you know? In the car, Nakoshi and Nanako start to argue about lies that each of them have told. While arguing about who's a liar, what's a lie, what each like, Nakoshi slides on ice and it like tips his fucking car. I guess it didn't like tip it all the way over, but it's pretty fucking tipped, dude. He goes to like, I don't know what he's doing to her, but he like leans on the door and it opens and they fall out of the car. Yeah. And while they fall out of the car, when the car slid and kind of flipped, the trunk popped open and the bags flew out, Nanako's bags, and they were just filled with fucking money, just a whole shit ton of money. Nakoshi tells Nanako that all she is a big pile of lies. He says it once again. She freaks out, saying that all people ever care about is lies. That all men only ever cared about was her body, her face, and her hole. And then Nakoshi was no different because he took her to that hotel and he bought her something and he expected her to let him spray on her face. And she's like, you're just like all the other fucking pigs out there, dude.
Was that not the natural order of things?
Sometimes.
I buy jewels, come on face. I don't understand.
She says that no one ever looked at her heart, and Nakoshi once again calls her a liar. One person did look at her heart, and she looked at his. Her face sinks back into her like own head, and it turns into that nasty, ugly fucking dude. And then Nakoshi puts his face into her face, and then he pulls it out.
Sick.
And it's his original like face, and she has her original face, and they were so fucking ugly, dude. Both of them.
They kept me like she was ugly, and I was like, how ugly could she be? And I was like, okay, that was pretty ugly.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Is more accurate.
They both
but her
like,
body was fucking banging, dude.
She was the definition of a butterface, bro. Like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
body.
that was like
But he was also a butterface because he fucking got ripped.
Yeah. He looked
she was
when
like
he was studying.
a fuckable ghoul, and he was like
dude, they were both
ghoul is a good word,
dude. Like throughout the whole manga, right? They kind of talk about how ugly dude was, and I'm just like, whatever. Like they were ugly. He had an ugly girlfriend and he was ugly. Whatever. What does that mean? But no, like they meant they were downright terrifying to look at.
Just this is the kind of people that go, oh, I gotta not look at
like,
them. I
God.
can't.
Like you look at them and you just think they stink. You know, like, you're like, ugh. It turns out that this is the Nanako that he was with because he was still questioning it this whole fucking time, even though he was 200% certain.
Shit, dude.
Nanako starts to cry and asks Nakoshi why he ran away. Nakoshi says that he wanted to.
I wish it wasn't even her, and she was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then she walks out, and he goes, oh, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And then he kills himself or something. That'd be a better
Yeah, it would have been. But no, this lasts so fucking long, and this is like the finale. Like, this is supposed to be the big ending, because there's no more. This is it.
Yeah.
Nakoshi says that he wanted a new life, and he didn't want to fuck ugly bitches anymore, and he didn't want to have an ugly baby. Yeah, she was pregnant, and he just fucking left, dude.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And they don't touch that again.
No.
They don't say what happened to the kid. Nope. They don't say shit.
Nope. He's just like, and they show like scenes of him fucking her when they were ugly, and you see his like hand trying to cover her face while he's like balls deep in her, and it is unbelievable, dude. Like they show him like looking at other girls, and then Nanako's ugly fucking face just like kind of comes into the scene, and you're like, why is this happening? They do it so much.
That's fucking funny.
He says he is done running, and that from now on he will only look at her heart if she will look at his. She calls him crazy.
One of their financial meetings where they talked about how they want to shift a lot.
I started playing a podcast. So I accidentally hit that. My bad. She calls him crazy. They got back in the car at some point, and then she gets out to like leave. At this point, the Yakuza guy shows up for the money, and he's gonna shoot Nanako. But before he can, Nikoshi's just like, "How's your sister?" And the Yakuza guy's like, "What? You shot your sister in the eye. Remember that?" And then Mr. Yakuza's like, "Fuck!" And then he cries, and then he leaves. And it's like the whole exchange.
Yeah, dude. That was the fastest fucking thing.
Yeah. Nanako says that maybe Nakoshi can see people's true hearts. And she's like, "You think I could too?" And Nakoshi's like, "Yeah. Actually, I think I can figure it out. I think I can figure out how you can see my heart, actually. If you want to come with me."
Fucking doctors hate him, dude.
Yeah.
One simple trick to see homunculi.
It's one simple trick to see people's true hearts. So yeah, he goes ahead, brings her back to the hotel, and drills a fucking hole in her head, dude. And then they have a way too long scene. It's like pages and pages of them just fucking.
Dude, I'm still stuck on the drill hole.
Yeah.
Like,
do they show her ugly face?
No, so
like
it's even better than that. So Nakoshi drills a hole in her head, and she's like, "I can't see them yet." And he's like, "Hold on," and he covers one of her eyes, and she's like, "No," and he covers the other one, and she's like, "Not yet." He's like, "It'll take some time." How about this? I know I just drilled a hole in your head. How about I start drilling your pussy? And she's like, "Bet." When he starts, he looks at her, and instead of her face, he sees his face.
Yeah.
And he proceeds to drill, dude.
And
the
then we just see so much.
There's so much.
It's him on him.
That's like the
it's
rest
her
of
on
them.
her.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. So while they're fucking, he's just seeing his face on her, and they're just having a talk about it. And then eventually, Nanako sees her face on Nakoshi's face, so she's fucking herself too. It's just a lot.
I just imagine this scene as like the end of what's that horror movie called? The one where the girl gets her head fucking chopped off by a post.
Oh, Hereditary.
Hereditary, like the end of Hereditary, like the music going and everything.
Yeah.
That, but just like them fucking, you just see two actors. You just hear the songs go in the background.
Yeah.
Woo! And you just hear just titties flopping everywhere. I mean, this movie could honestly work as this could work as like a 2-hour movie.
It might be able to, but I'd watch it just because I need to see what are they gonna do. But
are they gonna do the scene?
Are they gonna do that? Oh, they fucking did it. Gross.
Just see dude coming on his own face,
eating it. So yeah, he finally busts. She goes, "Hey, I'm really tired." He's like, "Yeah, you lost a lot of blood. I just drilled a hole in your fucking head, dude." So she goes to sleep.
Yeah.
Nakoshi walks out to do his people watching of Homunculus, and it turns out he has completely fucking lost it. Everybody has Nakoshi's face now. Every single person that he sees is just himself now. Like, there's no more Homunculus. It's just his face on everybody's face.
yeah.
It's fucking
And he's so
crazy.
fucking deluded because he thinks that he's unlocked the fucking secret. He's like, oh, you should stop lying to people. Just saying this to random people. Like, he thinks that everybody has this issue because he has it.
Yep.
Dude.
And, like, at this point, I'm like, oh, like, this is how it's going to end. Like, him and this bitch are going to, like, it's going to be happily, you know, like, not happily, but, like, they did it, right? Wrong! You're so fucking wrong. I was so wrong. It says a year passes, okay? It cuts from this. It says a year passes. Nikoshi is once again just by himself fishing, and he's wearing a fucking eye patch that closes his eye, okay? And he's happy as can be. We see him fishing. He's just eating in his car. You know what I'm saying? The bitch is nowhere to be found. Nanako is nowhere to be found.
I assume she died.
I did too.
She did.
How do you know?
I know.
Okay.
I called up the guy.
Oh, he called Nanako. He said, did she die? And she said, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. While he's eating in his car, Ito shows up, who is dressed like a girl now, like just fully. Ito's like, this is me now, baby. Like, I know what I am. Look, no split ends, ho. Say word. He says that he's thankful that he finally found Nikoshi. Ito gets in the car, and Nikoshi tells him that Nanako was never able to see his true heart. And he's like, can you see it? Nikoshi takes his hat off, and he says he's been looking for somebody who can really see him. And this dude has like fucking 5 or 6 holes in his head now. He just keeps re-drilling holes in his head.
Yeah.
Ito starts to cry, and he hugs Nikoshi, knowing that this is all his fault. Like, this all started with this one stupid fucking experiment. Nikoshi says that Ito will be able to see him and holds a drill to the back of his head, to the back of Ito's head, while he's hugging him. Yep. But before he could drill into Ito's head, the cops show up, and everybody still has fucking dude's face, and they all walk to the thing, and then the manga ends. And what?
I thought it was a time. Maybe I misread it. I thought it was implied that he died too. Ito died too, and then later cops are like, "Oh, we got him."
Oh, I didn't think that.
No, Ito was still in the car when he got out, and Ito was crying in the seat.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah,
I was really ready to go to sleep.
No, I think Ito found him and then like called the cops before he walked up on him because he knows.
Okay.
I really wish there was like a thing like at the end of this that was like, Nikoshi people have been looking for him because he just keeps drilling holes in people's heads.
That's what I thought the story.
So
when I was going to sleep, that's where I was at.
And that's what I took it to mean, is each one of those holes was him looking for somebody. So he thought he found somebody to fucking drill holes with, and they died. I assumed he was a serial killer
sounds
by the
pretty
end
dope.
of it.
Yeah.
Him being a serial killer at the end would be a way better story.
Yeah,
But
that's
whatever.
what I wanted to that's what I want it to be. But like, you're not even gonna give any like hint, you know, like, or even like have him say something like that. Like, give me a little more concrete evidence. You're just gonna like
the story could have ended with them just fucking with each other's faces.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. That's it. That's the whole fucking thing. We could do a quick little dope or choke. I'm gonna give this shit a choke. Great parts. I love the concept. Super cool. Some of the conversations were cool. Most of them were really bad. I don't know, man. It just like I see like 80% of it felt like a waste of time, you know? Especially with the ending. The ending, it's just like all this shit with Nanako led to fucking nothing, right? We had all this time with those two and it led to nothing. And then it just ends. From the time it says like a year later to the ending of the entire manga was like not even that long, and they didn't really give a shit. Like him having more holes in his head, yeah, that was cool. But like, why couldn't... It's a show and tell type thing. Why couldn't you just like show me some more stuff instead of just be like, yeah, you drilled a bunch of holes. Yeah,
the holes.
Expand my hole. Yeah, I'm gonna choke. There was parts I liked, so I'm not gonna give it a rope, but it definitely felt like it wasted the fuck out of my time. Kyle?
It's a rope, and it's stupid and it's dumb, and it reminds me why I hate mystery stories for the most part, because it's always the thing where like I don't have faith in mystery stories to give you the clues. They're just gonna blindside you with shit and then explain it. This is the same fucking thing where you're going, why are they doing that? And then they go, they're doing it because of this. You're like, oh, that's cool. You couldn't have guessed it. There's no fucking reason. You're just sitting there watching shit. Shit's just happening.
Yep.
And then they go, and you're like, cool, that didn't make the story. You just fucking told it in a bad order and made me annoyed and frustrated. And I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, that's really interesting. No, it's just fucking annoying.
I agree. Like every arc or whatever you want to call it, it just felt like it just felt like nothing, you know? Like the underage girl, that whole thing, the fucking like it all just led to nothing. It all just led to him going, "Are you a liar? Am I a liar? Who's a liar?" I don't know.
It's all just telling it in a bad order, so that way it can drag out.
Yeah, I could probably go down to a rope. I just really like when the old dude told dude about staring at his feet. I don't know why. I fucking love that.
Yeah, that was a really like emotional scene.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah. Justin.
Dope. I enjoyed it.
That's
crazy. I mean, I don't know. I love his story.
Crazy.
He's a piece of shit. I mean, this is literally like, I don't think it's perfect by any means. A lot of it was drawn out, but this is a story, like an origin story of a serial killer. This guy is a fucking narcissistic sociopath.
Yeah.
The entire time he's fixing these people, like they said, he only cares about himself. He's like, how can I help them to help me? That's the entire time he was completely selfish. And eventually he just fucking broke, and he's like, I need to figure out how to fix me by drilling holes into people's heads. It's a slippery slope. Eventually you'll get there.
Eventually you just keep drilling. Okay.
Yeah. And I love the ending.
You like the ending a lot? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it just was not my thing. PJ.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a choke for me, and it's not a rope because there were moments that I definitely did like, but they were like 90% of this fucking manga I could have just not watched or not read, not given a shit about. Like, I stopped at halfway through 13. And I was like, I literally cannot force myself to continue on.
Oh, so you didn't even finish it?
That's why I was asking questions. I was like,
and it's only a choke for you.
I was like,
you
it's
can't
his
even
face.
finish it.
Yeah,
it's
that's
his
nuts
face
that it's
on
getting
her
a
face.
choke,
What's
dude.
happening? But
Only
you
a
know,
choke.
he sucks his own cum. You know what I mean? Like that. I know. I hate that this is me. This is who I am, right? But like, fuck, dude sucks his own cum. He sniffs a bunch of fucking dirty shoes, and I don't know. I was very disappointed there wasn't that many titty. But then you guys told me titties, so I had to go and look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
So
see him fuck himself? Did you see his face
I did see
on
him
her
fuck himself.
titties?
That was pretty fucking cool, dude.
It's wild.
I really liked that.
Man,
And also her face was so hideous. But also it felt like work the whole time.
Yeah. I wanted it to
Almost
be good so bad because I just thought he was gonna go off the rails sooner, and we got to see his true descent into madness, and they just give us a fucking hint of it at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like just give
they
me
had
some
me in
more.
the first 5 volumes.
Yeah,
and then from 6 through 10, I was like, why are we still talking about the same shit in volume 4? Like,
dude, they were talking the same shit until fucking 14. Like him having the conversation with Nanako, everything at the end, it was the exact same fucking thing. The whole fucking, I don't know.
It was too much. If they would have played deeper into the serial killer kind of idea, or even not like a serial killer, but I guess no serial killer thinks they are a killer, right? But like, if they would have played more around that, and it turned out to end up being like the cops finally cracked the case of the fucking hole driller, and it turns out there's been bodies stuffed in ditches all across Japan and shit, and they finally found him, and he's got his last victim in the car, and he just got done drilling his head. That would have been fucking cool. But I feel like they could have done something there. They also had ample opportunity to go into the other people who had holes that ended up killing themselves.
Yeah.
They could have touched on that a little bit deeper. They could have given more holes to more things and really fucking
I mean,
opened up the universe.
That would be
But-
cool, but I get like he just wanted to focus on like because Nanako is or not Nanako. Nakoshi's just a piece of shit, right? And we're supposed to like
Right. And
we're supposed to like watch this character and like he's the main character. We're supposed to be like,
Yeah.
okay, he's gonna be a good guy, right? But he never is. And I
Right.
think that alone has like a like allure to it because usually in 99% of stories your main character is the good guy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like I do like that we watch this dude try to figure himself out just to figure out that he's just a fucking piece of
I
shit
suck.
absolutely.
who just left
Yeah.
his fucking his pregnant girlfriend just so he could go get pussy and he's
Yeah.
just garbage.
But it's not his fault. It's
No,
not his
it's not
fault.
his fault.
Not
Yeah,
his
not
fault.
his
He's
fault.
fucked.
It's not his
Yeah.
fault. Yeah.
she's fucking ugly, dude.
Well, Justin says
Like-
I do agree. I did
Yeah.
like that part
Yeah.
of the story. I get why he's giving it a dope, but I still feel like I wasted so much time.
If they made it like
Mhm.
8 volumes and shortened a bunch of this stuff up into nice, neat, cute things, it would have helped me out a lot.
I
But
do
they
think it
just
could be a
wasted too much
dope ass
time.
fucking movie.
It could be a good yeah, if they cut out a lot of the fat. And like they
Mhm.
they need to clean up some of the conversations because some of the conversations just were nonsense, dude.
Yeah, anything to make it shorter. Honestly, it could be a good episode.
Like a good Black Mirror episode, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that
Or
would be good.
like
that
a
would be
good like 20-minute.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Could just be good for someone to just shout in my face for a second.
Yeah, they
I
just
get
go
it.
Holes!
head holes. All right, we did it. Still took an
We did it.
hour. I tried so hard, but there's a lot
You
at
did
the end.
so
There's
well.
so much.
I tried so hard.
Yeah.
We'll
I
get
mean,
we'll get better.
from what you guys said, there was so much you could have cut. There was so much you could have cut.
At the end, because I had to read the
There's
last
so
two
much you could've
chapters, and I
cut.
just kept like,
Yeah.
maybe that's important, and it was
Yeah.
never important. So I could have
Yeah.
cut a lot.
Yeah.
I should have.
Well,
All right, that's it for Homunculus. We did it. We completed our first
Mm-hmm.
manga book club reading.
Yep.
We got to figure out what we're reading next. We will post it on the Twitter. We will post it in the Discord, so everybody that listens will know and can read with us. And hopefully,
can we do titties?
we could do
Dude,
titties.
dude,
Here's
dude.
here's
Can we
the
do
thing.
manga with
I'm
nipples?
not asking
I
for a
either
lot.
want titties or I want like fucked up like horror. Like I want. I think one of those would be good.
I'm happy for you, dude, but you fucked it
Yeah,
on
you
this
pick
one.
this one. Let's do a fucking titty one.
All right,
next.
fine. I picked this one. We'll do a titty one. I'll ask the community what titty one we should read. Well, actually, we already got one. Rosen Garden or whatever. Everybody
Alright,
says that
easy,
titty
dude.
one's fire.
Post
Hell
it,
yeah.
dude. Post it.
All right, now let's
All right,
get
is
on.
Cody's podcast done?
Yep. Sorry, I'll let you take over.
Cody's
bud.
podcast is done. Now the most important part that everybody's been fucking waiting for because it's been 3 weeks and so much has happened. It's been weeks since we have taken the time to talk about our mainline minute that will never only be a minute. What did you guys watch this week? I don't care. So I watched One Piece, of course, obviously, and I think I have been dragging on too much about Water 7 because I'm pretty sure I took a step into Annie's lobby and didn't realize I took the step because they got on the C train and they fucking left Water 7. And it's starting to come around because Annie's lobby's fucking good. We start getting fucking people with actual like power ratings. The power ratings are starting to come in.
Okay.
And I'm like ready to see Luffy just go from 0 to God mode over the next 400 episodes. I'm pumped. I'm fucking pumped. And the fight scenes are great. The visuals are still slightly getting better as shit's going through. Fights are looking dope. It's going to be great. And if you guys stop watching it, we can stop being friends at any time. One I did not like. The Undead Unwanted Adventurer. So this is basically that new show. What is it called? Solo Leveling? I don't even know what the fuck that other show is even called. Doesn't matter. This one here is a dude who goes to a fucking crypt or whatever, and it's uncharted. He goes in, he gets eaten by a dragon, he dies, but guess what? He doesn't die. He's isekai'd back into his own life, but he's a fucking zombie. And now he's leveling himself up into a fucking ghoul or whatever. Who gives a fuck? It's dumb. But how it got me for 4 episodes is that... Okay.
But how it got me
might
for
be
2
guessing it.
seasons in a movie.
you might have guessed it. There's this chick, right? And she has got some of the nicest fat sacks I've seen in a minute.
Jesus
She got
Christ.
some fucking bags, dude.
Ugh.
I just don't know what's wrong with me. When will this end?
It doesn't.
This is a bad anime.
Jordy
I might
says
finish
she
it.
likes
I don't
it.
know.
Jordy's like, you don't like
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
But
her
also,
tits are huge.
She hangs
That's
out
why.
with Purdue, and they like bad shit, so it makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, should you watch it? Absolutely not. I mean, but I can't stop. Whatever.
To be fair, though, you didn't like Licorice Recoil, so I like your opinion's like starting to fucking grate on me too now, dude.
We are going downhill. You say that until Thursday, okay?
Okay.
All right. Next one is Ninja Kamui it's on HBO. This one is definitely good. This one's good. And Cody, did you watch it?
No, I want to really, really bad, but I'm trying to save it so I can watch it and like do a reaction watch because I've seen like
worth the time.
a few scenes on TikTok and it looks fucking amazing. It made me feel like Toonami again, dude. Like old school fucking animation.
The action scenes are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The gore in it is off the charts almost immediately. The connection you feel with the characters right in episode 1, strong.
All right.
Strong off the bat.
And I need you to get to Dune. All right.
Okay, one last thing. One last thing. The music they play throughout the first episode, fucking amazing.
Yeah, I heard a little snippet of it, and I was
down.
like, fucking give me it, dude.
It's really good. All right, not to make Cody happy, but The Last Airbender, who finished it?
I finished it.
I have 1 episode.
I don't know
left.
why I rose my hand
I
on a
finished
fucking
it.
podcast.
I did.
I finished it. If I were to rate this fucker out of 10, it'd be like a 6.8.
6 point.
That's not
That's
bad.
better than I thought you would.
Better than expected, but fucking what fucked me up, and I think Justin said it last week on Thursdays. Aang didn't waterbend once.
That
Like
shit's fucked
outside
up.
of the Avatar state, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Book 1 water,
But
dog.
like
when
that
you
part
got time.
water.
When you got time.
That part do be goofed up.
Yeah.
look good.
Like he literally went to the fucking water capital of the world, dude.
Mhm.
And he didn't learn water.
What do you think about it, Kyle?
Paku?
I'm
Hold on.
giving it like a okay.
I'm sorry. I was just angry. One thing, Paku doesn't even notice that the necklace Qatar's wearing. Okay, I'm done. Move on.
Yep.
Kyle?
Jesus Christ. I'm at like an 8.5 out of 10. Like, I don't know. It's like, is it perfect? Is it 1-to-1? No, it never was going to be that. And
Absolutely.
I like it for what it is. It's good. I'm going to rewatch it. It's just dope.
I'm probably
And I
gonna
really,
love it then.
honestly. Yeah. Honestly, I really just want season, like, I just expect these actors to get better season 2.
Yeah.
I hope so.
And I just hope that they can, like, because they deviated, and whenever you deviate from stories, that's where it really goes off the rails. So I don't know if they can hold it. If they can hold it and maintain this quality, it'll be great. I'll be happy the whole way through.
Deviations
It
are
might
fine
turn
though,
into
to change a medium like that. Like they
Yeah,
deviated a
that's not-
lot in the One Piece live
Yeah.
action, and the deviations were just good. Like it made
That
for a more cohesive, better
Yeah.
story for the live.
that's not
action.
what I'm saying though. I'm
Oh.
saying like when the problem you have with that adaptations
Yeah.
is that when you make big deviations like that like it's fine season 1,
Yeah.
season 2 still good, season 3 suddenly
crumbles.
these plots are all crumbling because they don't,
Yeah, sometimes
And
in
that's-
episode 1 it's good, and then episode 2 it already crumbles. Most of the
Yeah.
time, they crumbles quick, dude.
that's the only worry I have.
Yeah, I could see
But
that.
if it can maintain this, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, PJ, keep going. What you got?
So what do we got next on the docket? who watched Dune?
Dune, dude.
My hands
I
up.
did.
up,
I
hands
watched
up.
My hands up.
My hands up.
Justin,
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 put
shut
your hand
the fuck
down.
up.
You're not a part of this
Sim
conversation.
Calabim. Yep, I know it. I know it.
Oh man.
Lisa L. Gabe, dude. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Dune 2, dude.
Artie, tell us what your thoughts were
Dune
on
2
Dune.
is
You watched Dune 1 the first time before it, right?
Yeah, I never watched Dune 1 until about 5 days ago, and then I watched Dune 1. I'm like, that movie was fucking awesome. Is it a slow burn? Is it all world building? Yeah, but guess what?
Yeah.
All the world building is fucking cool, dude. People were bitching about how slow it was. I'm like, it's literally setting up an entire new universe for your stupid fucking TikTok-addled brain to think about. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people when they're like, yeah, they're talking. A lot of talking. Like,
That's what you're doing right now.
fucking stupid, dude. People are so fucking stupid.
I don't know, man. You just complained the fuck out of Homunculus because they were talking so much, bro.
Oh my
Bad
fucking God.
conversation. Okay.
Yeah, okay. No, I get where you draw the line. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Money over to
It is.
But yeah,
Looking up.
Dune 1 I just watched. I fucking loved it. I loved Dune 1 and it pales in comparison to how good Dune 2 is, dude.
Oh yeah.
Dune 2
I'm
is
so happy
1.
that I watched Dune 1, like it was a rewatch before going to see it, because instantly I saw so many things I'd never paid attention to before.
Yeah, I cannot wait to rewatch
So much
it.
happening.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't think a movie's gonna top it. Like in a theater experience. Like when I went to this movie, I was like, theaters should stick around forever because of how good this is right now. Like with just the fucking sound
Dude,
and the rumbling of the theater.
every time the voice is used,
Yeah.
I hate
Oh,
it.
dude, I was like, sitting there every time. I just had this face
Yeah.
on me, and I was like, oh, I love it so much.
I went and seen
dude.
it with PJ, and every time it got used, I seen him shift in his seat. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He had to like move a little, dude. And
I was like, this.
I cannot understate how phenomenal the score is in this movie. It is like
yeah.
nothing you've ever fucking heard. It is amazing. Like that fucking it is so good, dude. I'm so mad how good it is because I've never gave a shit about Dune. People would talk about Dune like you're fucking dork, you're a fucking nerd. I want to read these books so fucking bad right now, dude. Don't do it. Why?
There, as far as I know, I haven't ever tried doing it. As far as I know, those books are for nerds, and that's just like the type of shit where I'm like, I know I'm gonna struggle.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna go on way too long of a rant about some economy
Yeah.
or some fucking bullshit, and I'm
You're
gonna be like,
probably right.
holy fuck, dude.
But yeah, I love it, dude. I love the universe. I think it's super cool. I think everything is so interesting, and I love how the main good guy of the story is he's not even a good guy. He's literally just an idea that was planted.
Oh yeah.
There's just so much to it.
That
I don't want to
there's so many
spoil
layers
everything.
with this story.
But yeah, there's just so many fucking layers, and to watch the character go from who he is at the beginning to who he is at the end of movie 2. That evolution is fantastic. I fucking love it, dude. I love that movie so much. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I love how they just didn't waste any time on the big battle scene towards the end. So we get to the war situation and they have everything here's our plan, this is what we're gonna do, and then they were like, okay, you see some of it, and then they just moved on.
Yeah.
I did not need, nor did I want to see a whole drug out fucking scene
40-minute
of people just fighting each other.
Transformers.
Yeah, right? So we go right into the next thing, and it's oh, this skip felt so natural, taking just another step, and I felt like I got it. I got
Also,
it so
that
well.
is that point is 2 hours and 20 minutes into a movie.
Right.
Yeah. It is a long movie, but it didn't feel like watching it. I was just fuck. I've never felt like a kid seeing a titty for the first time. You're just
yeah. You're not blinking, just
yeah.
oh.
I was shocked that because I rewatched 1 and like I'd seen 1 and I knew it was a slow burn and I wanted to bring my wife to see 2, but I was like, she might fucking hate it because she's so like girly pop coded, right? And then she was fucking locked in,
it? Hell yeah,
locked
dude.
in on part 1, like
Mm-hmm.
was just going, what the fuck? This is so cool, like the whole time. And then part 2, same shit. She was just like, what the fuck? This is the coolest shit I ever
It's
seen.
the coolest thing, dude. It's literally like
Yeah.
the cool political intrigue of like Game of Thrones, but with
Mhm.
like dope sci-fi shit from Star Wars, which Star Wars did just rip like 90% of this fucking.
Yeah, that's
Dude.
another thing. I know that it took everything from Dune.
Yeah.
I know that. But there's parts where I'm like, wait, were in the books are the Harkonnen or whatever the fuck's killing all their subordinates too? Because Darth Vader's choking people all the time. And is that the
Yeah.
fucking reason why?
Right?
Is that why?
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
and it took me until part 2 to go, man, there really is a sandcrawler
Yeah.
in Star Wars for no fucking reason.
There's just yeah, dude. On the same
There's no
planet.
fucking reason.
Like
Yeah.
Dune is just Tatooine. The sandworm is just a fucking big
That's fucking
thing
good.
in Star. Like
And
it's
then my friend was like, I mean, Jabba kind of is basically the fat guy. I was like, fuck, dude.
That's fucking good, dude.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
and then
it's-
the voice and the Force. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
It's
honestly-
so much.
I'm so happy that someone's taking the time to do Dune right off the bat, because this is honestly everything I wished Star Wars was.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though they stole all their shit, like I love the dive into this weird fucking religion shit, and also how everything is just ran secretly by the fucking empire and bullshit and fucking people. Like
Yeah.
the whole fucking breakdown of the universe, I was like,
Yeah.
this just feels so right.
Yeah.
And you
Also,
never
I had a
got that from
coworker
fucking
that
Star
said
Wars.
he didn't know what Dune was. He didn't know that it's like the Lord of the Rings of sci-fi.
Yeah.
He had no idea, and he thought that it felt like a dumb teen novel. And I was like, what? Like he watched the movie, he said it felt like it was based off that, and I was like, what do you mean? Like all the
Christ.
politics, like all that's like
Like no teen.
that's
would,
for a teen novel?
no teen.
He's
would be
like,
this is cool.
You know what he said in response to me like talk about the politics? He's like, well, Hunger Games. I'm like, what the fuck? Like
Dude.
I was shook on that one, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what you say to that. I'm still processing it. I don't know
got
how you
two
watch that movie
things.
and go, like, literally the only reason you could do that is because Timothy
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Is, yeah.
yeah, he's very
Yeah.
very teenage girl coded, I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Black and white fireworks? Dude, get fucking lost. Are
Dude,
you
that shit was so
Visuals.
cool.
yeah, we didn't even
What the
talk about the
fuck?
visuals. It's just some of the most mind-blowing shit I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, that entire tournament fight, fuck Spartacus, dude. That shit was so
So-
cool.
Okay, relax.
that? And then, bro, fucking sword up. Man, my fucking sword chip and shatter?
Dude.
Oh yeah.
What?
Also, dude going for kisses for his uncle.
That's a lot, dude. He went hard for them kisses, bro. Oh man, yeah, dude. I never would have expected me to like Dune so much because I've always heard of it. But
Yeah.
just
Everything I've ever heard about Dune makes me know I would not enjoy reading it.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think the best thing the movie did though was to make stupid people like me understand the world so well. I feel like I have like
Yeah.
an actual
Yeah.
grasp on like everything that's happening.
yeah, which is
Absolutely.
insane because before I've read plenty of like wikis and stuff on it, and I've been like, I still barely understand this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure this is
Yeah.
like a super watered down version of the story,
Mhm.
Yeah. But still.
but still.
I still feel like I'm
Dude.
so smart for getting it, you know?
They took the time to show us how even the worm works and how they can ride it. Like, get fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that movie's great. If you
kidding me?
If you like any type of sci-fi, or even if you just like Game of Thrones type like political shit, watch the first Dune. It might be slow because you're stupid, but fucking power through it, you big dummy, and then go watch number 2 in theaters because you will not regret it because it's so fucking good.
And Chalamet's a great fucking actor.
He's a great
dude.
fucking actor. Everybody in
dude.
this fucking movie is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Every
So incredible.
single person is
The
unbelievable.
scene where he just tells the world's greatest warriors that they are all soft
Yeah.
and have limp dicks.
Dude.
Yeah, I want to go see it again, dude. Dude, I gotta go see it again, man. I'm fucking.
Also, it just hit me, like as I was going to sleep last night, like everyone keeps talking about how Paul, his character changes after he drinks the blue water, but it took me forever to realize the mom changes the most after she drinks the blue water.
Oh,
Because the scene right before that, she sees a pool of water and cries. She sobs
Yeah.
for all the people that have died.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then after that, she is psychotic.
Yeah.
Bro, but that pool was so full, dude.
Yeah.
So many souls.
The world is just cool, dude.
I don't know.
it's so
Yeah,
Like
I'm-
him spitting to like honor somebody. He's like, I gave you my water. Like,
Dude.
what? Like, there's nothing I could give you that's worth more than what I just did for you. It's dope.
Yep.
That's me with my cum.
Yeah, that's exactly. I just spray it and I catch what I need to and drip it into my fucking mouth like Nikoshi.
Holy fuck.
All right, that's enough Dune talk. We talked about it. Go watch it. It's fantastic. God, we spent a half hour mainline
All fucking
minute.
time. All fucking
Mainline
time.
minutes are quick, dude.
Does anybody have anything else really quick they want to shout out that they're doing?
No.
No, Spartacus sucked. That's all.
Wow. How fucking dare you?
Was that
Spartacus-
because you were losing at your game the whole time?
Yeah, you
Oh,
fucking
yeah, that too.
dork. Spartacus is great. We've been watching Spartacus. It's still one of the best shows ever made. I don't care what you say,
Fucking
Kyle.
slaps.
Slaps.
Yeah. A lot of cock.
Playing Final Fantasy Rebirth. Game's good, I guess.
Playing Final Fantasy X. Game's good. I guess.
That's every Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
All right, we did it. That's Mainline Minute. We need a song
yeah.
for Mainline Minute, dude. We gotta make something.
Man.
Little Mainline Minute.
You make my main line, baby, main line. It's the main line, main line.
You just
We
wait. I'm
keep
gonna
it up.
start
We're
doing
gonna get sued
separate
one of these
openers.
days.
Yeah. All right, that's it for the Soggy Pages. We hope you guys liked
All right.
it. We love you.
Love you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye, sluts.
Loves.